What up, y'all? Welcome to Here's the Thing. I'm Kev on stage. She's
that chick Angel.
Welcome to another podcast video banging on you broke boys and broke girls and rich boys all 2020. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. 5 stars on the podcast. Join the Patreon. You could be watching this live like they are talking to us right now. KevOnStageStudios.com.
Nailed it.
First things first, right out the gate.
Woo!
Joshua, put the video here. Put the video right here, okay? White man in Utah is out on a little nature hike, okay? Sees him a little baby cougar, mountain lion, something we call, just a little baby. He just a little snuggle. Okay? He seen a little snuggle.
Yes.
He don't see that little snuggle just doggone stepped away from his mama.
Yeah, just go take a pee, mama.
Okay, Angel, the doggone mama comes out the corner like, what's good on the dead homies? Why are you over here talking to my daughter? Cuz?
Right.
Came out, first of all, big cat.
Oh, big cat energy.
Big cat, big poom energy.
Okay?
This animal was doing stuff I ain't seen no doggone big cat do.
They don't. That animal was a liturgical dancer in church. It did this, Cam.
Hold up. What is that? First of all, what is that? What is that? Why are you... What is that?
Yes, we got to pause, Mrs.
We got
Kitty
to
Cat.
Hold on a second. He said, stop, little kitty cat, big kitty cat. First of all, this man is cussing at a cat.
Right.
Like that's going to stop.
F you, feline. F you. Because everyone knows if you want to run away from a cougar, you got to cuss it out first.
You're a cougar? How do you... Is that how you feel?
That's exactly what I do when you get me. What you say? What you say to me, white boy? Yeah,
so here's the thing, Angel. If that were Kevin Allen Fredericks, because you know I be hiking. Yeah. First of all, do.
Okay.
Do would have escaped my body at record speed.
Right. I'm
talking about the cow. Like, God, dog, you been eating greens? Right. Are you good? No, mister. I would have said, ouch. I would have been like when we was little, before that first lash of the belt, you already know what it's
going to hurt.
How, mommy, Mr. Mrs. Cat, are you boys or girls?
What did you have?
Mom? Mrs. Cat, I just thought the baby was alone. I did doo-doo. I
poo-poo. I poo-poo on myself.
Second of all, first of all, the full video that Josh showed us is like 9 minutes long, 7 to 9 minutes long.
It's long.
He's filming the entire thing.
He was like, I want people to see my death.
I
want this to be documented because it will go viral and I will get all the followers that I was wanting in life. There is no way. That cat would have had my phone.
Angel, we're video creators.
Yeah.
We're vloggers. The phone's always on us. I'm not thinking. He literally is like, I don't want to die today.
I can't even. Every time I think about it, I cannot.
He said, I don't want to die today. And the thing is, every time he turned a little, the cat was like, okay. You know what? He barked at it. Woof.
Yes. His animal noise, he might as well have said quack, quack. Quack, quack. Mrs. Cook, quack, quack. Oh, like you talk about poop, piss, lactation. I would have been squirting breast milk at it. I would have been doing whatever.
That was a super aggressive squirt of breast milk, by the way.
Every hole of my body.
Every single hole of my body. I would have been pulling out weave, throwing it, anything. Choke on that. The thing that there would have been a hard break once it did. Come and let us sing.
Oh no,
arms.
I would have died.
That you know why in I would have been like, nope.
You speak Swahili.
Yeah, I've been like, nope.
You speak Swahili?
Yeah.
After all that?
Yeah, no.
I've never seen the beginning of a cougar attack. I didn't know they was.
I don't think it's ever seen
You
the beginning of a
don't
cougar
film
attack. I don't
those
think
because
that's
you don't
supposed to
make
be.
it out, Kev.
No, well, even like on Animal Planet, it's always a chase down. It's always this. They're always running. I ain't seen that was their gang sign.
Who's banging on it?
I don't think that.
Hey, where you from, cuz? Hey. Where you from out here, cuz? This is my daughter, cuz.
Where you from?
First of all, it got so big when it did that.
Yeah.
Them paws was like...
Yeah. I don't think they're supposed to do that. I think that one made it up. I think that one was improvising. I think she was like, baby, let's see what I can do with this one. And the baby went off and was like, give it a try, Mom. She was like, I'm going to try this new move. Seemed to work. I ain't never seen it. We've watched enough National Geographic and we've never seen that before. I think it's because it's been too domesticated and it's just like, maybe she wanted to hug. let me hug you. But ain't no cat ever done that ever before. We didn't seen cats.
I ain't never seen it. I watched the whole Tiger King documentary.
Yeah.
They never did none of that stuff. And I people are asking, am I afraid? Hiking is canceled for a little bit. For me.
Cats are terrifying. Cats in the wild, I'm going to die if I ever see that.
Josh, I'm going to die alive. My soul going to be like, hold up, play. I'm just going to meet Jesus.
Yeah. I couldn't stay with that much anxiety. Like, I would have to die. Because either you going to have to kill me now or I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to jump off of this goddamn edge or wherever we at. And there wasn't even a cliff. I would have found one. I would have found the cliff or I would have picked up a rock. It would have thought I was going to kill it and I would just bash my own head in.
He didn't even pick up no rock either, which I'm thinking like...
I'm not stopping to pick a rock up.
You can't take your eyes every time he turned a little.
When he turned the camera, I was like, hey, so I could see.
Right.
I didn't realize how big those paws were until he banged on them.
He pressed him.
Listen, Warner Brothers, out here is close. It's like, it's kind of close to a mountainish area. And I remember I had an audition at Warner Brothers. And I parked, and I left out of the garage the wrong way, and there was a coyote that would not allow me out of the park. I was gonna have to walk past the coyote to get out of the parking lot because the way I came out of the parking garage, you had to come through the parking lot to get out. So I tried to climb the gate that didn't have any footing. It was just a wrought iron gate. So I ended up running, and I knew that I was going to have to run and get hit by a car or get bit by the coyote. So I ended up running out into the middle of the street, just spraying the coyote.
What happened? It chased you?
It looked at me like, you stupid black girl. Don't nobody want you smelling like blue magic. And it ruined my whole entire audition. I couldn't focus. I kept doing the audition in a southern accent. They were like, we don't need the accent. And I was like, okay, I'll get rid of it. All right, okay, here we go. They were like, okay, one more time without the accent. All right, no accent, let's go. Okay. It just got worse. And I finally was like, a coyote almost killed me out there. And so I know I was out in the wilderness.
Was that the first time you saw one?
Up that close. It was like from here to here.
Oh, yeah.
I was running in flats.
No reason.
I was out in the wilderness and a coyote almost took my head off.
Can you imagine being stuck in an accent out of fear? Like your body was just like, Tennessee. Okay, listen here. My name is Angel Lakita Moore Tanksley, the actress. I'm here to play Black Mother of 6.
Right.
Okay, now listen. I'm new to this town. I really want to impress y'all. I really do. Ma'am, we said no accent. I peed so much.
I did. You have no idea.
Y'all want some tea or lemonade or biscuits or racism? I
got a bag full of racism.
I started off with a pressing curl, but I've sweat so hard that you get a little fro around the front. So you get a little bit of both. You can see all my various sides. But I need somebody to walk me back to my car because the Yodi, he's still there.
Coyote. First of all, coyotes are bigger than you think.
Yeah.
We moved into our old neighborhood. They were like, if you have small pets, do not leave them outside at night.
Yep. They will die.
Coyotes will kill your dog.
They will die.
Yep.
And we heard some at like 3 o'clock in the morning barking and stuff. And it was like, I was like, how big do they get? It was like, if your dog is not very large or your child is not very large. I was like, hold on.
Child.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you'd be leaving your baby outside at night anyway. Yeah, I mean, but you can't.
People parent differently.
People definitely parent. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to find this for you because I seen this on Twitter yesterday talking about parenting differently. White woman goes on a Facebook group. She take a picture, right? Her and her husband. Her husband, their baby, another son, and then in between them, okay, is another kid, right? She ask the photographer, hey, do you mind if I Photoshop the kid in the middle out? That's my stepson. And you didn't get any pictures of just, me and my natural kids. And the photographer's like, what? Oh, yeah, I guess. Sure, that's fine. Lady takes a picture, posts it on Facebook. Hey, I got $10 for anybody that will Photoshop the middle kid out. That's my stepson. Someone does it. And then she makes her profile picture, her husband, their 2 kids together without his son.
What did they put in the middle?
Nothing.
Just a
it
blur?
Was a white background. No, they were on a white background. So they just cut him out of the picture, and she posted it.
That's horrible.
I said, y'all, do you want to be murdered in your sleep?
That is
How do
so
you do that to that
horrible.
baby? He's like 12. He's 12 years old.
Oh.
He wasn't a child. Like, he's a child, but he's not like 3.
Oh,
Angel.
man. That's so, I mean,
Yeah, I need that
listen,
photo.
while I might think that, I would never do it. While I might, if Marcus had a child before my kids, I'd be like, can you tell him to go to the restroom so we can take another shot real quick? But I would never blatantly put out there, can you Photoshop the bonus child
That's
out?
more money. That's the
It
whole
only cost her
thing.
10, Josh.
I was gonna say someone's got the 10 on Facebook.
Or just fold the picture in half if he's
That's
in the
such a-
middle.
Man,
Look, you ain't got to. That's so sad. And to put it out there for that child to potentially be able to see is what's so rude.
Literally posted it as her profile picture.
that's white on
And now
white.
it's viral.
That's white on white crime.
Because let me tell you, this is a little bit off topic. This is a little bit off topic, but on topic. For me and Marcus's wedding pictures. Now I love my niece. This is his niece. We don't have a picture of just us with his parents because she jumped into the picture, and I honestly want to Photoshop her out so badly because one, I didn't have kids. I didn't want kids in my wedding because kids be ruining weddings.
I agree with this.
I'm
all for that. Your wedding's expensive. And
Yes.
They ruin everything.
They ruin
People
it.
got to leave early because of the kids.
Exactly. I was
with
like, unless you're SAG and you're part of the union, you can't be in my wedding. Well, they got her a flower girl dress.
Really?
She walked down the aisle behind my mother-in-law. I was like, why is she not sitting with her mother? Why is she? And then she got in the picture. So if it was like that type of relationship, Photoshop that boy out. But if it ain't that type of relationship, that's just rude.
Would you? First of all, I went to find the picture, and there's multiple women who have done this. So this isn't even just the girl. The girl.
Oh,
This is a thing.
I don't know if it's a thing, but there's more than one person that's
We should
done
start
it.
a page and just collect all these.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is their son. Another lady did it.
Oh, why would you do that?
Listen, I done said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Parents are just people who had kids. That doesn't mean they were great people.
There's no
You
handbook.
already know.
Having a kid doesn't just automatically make you a great person. If you were trash before and you had all you did is have unprotected sex, you didn't
Yeah, you
take
still
no test.
right. You still a trash person.
Yeah, I think
It could have just been once.
could have just been once. Could have been a drunken night. Could have been a mistake. Now you just have this kid.
Wanted
Doesn't
that
make you
raw, it's a
qualified.
wrap.
Yeah. Doesn't mean you wanted to have a kid. Everybody didn't want to be a parent. They just want to have sex. Now, obviously, you have sex.
Right.
Unprotected. Having kids is a possibility.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you wanted that. So
But still, people hope, I mean, in real regular life, that if I see the picture now.
You see it?
Yes, just trash. You hope that kids bring some sort of realization where you reflect on what you're doing wrong in life so that you don't hand it down. But she was like, nah, I'll stay trash. I'm real comfortable in this stinky place, and my kids will be trash along with it. She really photoshopped out this poor little baby.
I mean, Photoshop's an amazing thing. It has a lot of great benefits. It's
a blessing.
You could trim your face. You could smooth your face. You can add. I use Photoshop all the time to add comedy to videos. But you can't Photoshop your body. You got to work on that.
You gotta work.
Huh? You got to work on it. And our friends
Kev.
over at Noom, at least my friends over at Noom,
They're your friends. Go ahead. Go ahead.
with Noom, getting in shape doesn't have to be about losing a specific amount of weight. or magic number on the scale, man. It's about building healthier habits and feeling better about yourself. Worry about yourself. Because everyone's different, man. Noom adjusts to your lifestyle. They help you keep track of everything from workouts and steps to analyzing your diet and recommending healthy recipes. Recipes. Listen, I like Noom because some days I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go super hard. And then some days I'm be like, I'm going to have chicken and biscuits. Like last night, I had eaten all the healthy stuff in the morning, but I was shooting in Culver City, and Honey Kettle was over there. And I don't know if you've ever had Honey Kettle.
No, I've never had it.
Josh, I know you went. We used to work at All Deaf. Okay, they got these blueberry biscuits over there. They got fried chicken. I didn't stand a chance. Okay, didn't stand a chance. Them biscuits and them chicken got eaten. You feel me?
Especially dipped in honey.
Dipped in honey. But I'm back today, Josh. I'm right back on it. And with Noom, you can make those mistakes like that because those are human. Okay? Noom has one of the biggest and most accurate food databases available. And they let you track meal habits, visualize portion sizes, and see calorie density at a glance. We're all strapped for time. Noom just asks you to commit 10 minutes a day for yourself. You're human. If you go off track, there's no shaming, just tips to help you get back on track tomorrow. Okay? You don't have to change it all in one day. Small steps make big progress. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com/SK.
SK.
Noom.com/SK.
SK.
Visit Noom.com to start your trial today. That's Noom.com/SK.
SK.
You guys shut up in the comments, Patreon, talk about you tried, Kev. You tried to do your transitions. I'm not Angel. I'm just a man.
No.
I said, so what happened? Photoshop is this machine. And you can't Photoshop your body. You can't. Because Noom is an Apple. It's a website. It's not as good as Angel.
You said I'm going to try. Listen.
I'm just going to do the hard. You know what, Angel? I like chicken. I also like Noom. Noom is about getting it. Angel has raised the bar too high. As it was coming out of my mouth, I was like, this sucks, man.
No, listen, I don't do it for my podcast with me and Marcus. I'll be like, now let's talk about our first sponsor. We're so excited.
Go the other way like that. Because I can't compete with you.
I can't compete with myself. So don't listen. I can't. And I don't want to.
You know what else I don't want to do? Be out of shape. Noom will help you be in shape to your body machine.
Kev hit his transition. He was like, pause for awe. He looked around the room. Noom is very good for you. SK code, SK.
I said I'm tapping out as soon as we go into that first one. I unexist. So as soon as I knew where you go, I was like, you go ahead.
Oh! Angel and Melissa, man.
Oh, undefeated.
And Melissa be going in.
Oh, yeah.
Going in.
Anyway.
So
Speaking of Noom, Cardi B and Offset were in the news last week.
They were.
They were. Okay, so prior to her birthday party, Cardi B went on a tangent on Twitter. I know you don't be on Twitter.
I don't be Twitter and tweeting.
Listen, stay out of there, Angel.
I am.
Stay out of there.
I tried to get in there because you were like, Angel, you could build over here. And
just post your videos natively and go back to your safe spots because it's dangerous over there.
Okay.
It's toxic. I be in there cutting people. It's crazy.
Why are you in there, Kevin?
This is where I get all my videos. If I could get my videos any other way, I would. But Twitter keeps all the podcast topics, everything I cover, 98% of it comes from Twitter.
Man, I'm sorry.
Twitter is the first and the fastest, but you got to wade through some crap to deal with it.
I don't like it.
So, but I'm on Twitter that day, and Cardi B is going off on some fans because they're basically calling Offset trash. Cardi, he's trash. He's a bad man. You know, this and that. Cardi was like, first of all, he's not a bad man. He's just dumb. And he's still a father of my children. And y'all don't even know. Like, I've been in this industry for however many years. Offset cheated on me. I'm paraphrasing. But he cheated on me, but he also was a great partner, a great business friend. He had my back. You know, everybody else was trying to take advantage of me. And he's the father of my child, so I'm going to have to deal with him. So it gave me big, I can talk trash about him, but y'all don't know him energy.
Right.
Which I feel like if I got cheated on publicly, I still wouldn't want nobody to disrespect Melissa.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what I say, what I feel is one thing, but y'all don't know her and y'all don't know me. And she was like, I'm not talking to y'all fans. Y'all don't know nothing. Like, it was like, she was pissed.
Yeah, well, Cardi has always, even in her goofiness, been there is some sort of level of maturity that just will like shock you because you think she's goofy at times and stuff. But even when she's like being silly, she low key be like dropping some gems, and even with that, she's just like, yeah, no, he cheated, but there are other aspects of him that you all are not privy to because you all were not his wife, you all were not his friend, so y'all can keep his name out your mouth.
And I, as a husband of one wife, I get that. And I think a lot of times, especially when you make as much content as we do and vlog and stuff like that, people feel like they know you, and to an extent, they do know you. But they don't know the full version of you.
Right.
They know the performance version of you, but they don't know what you're like at home. Like, a lot of my fans who are watching this would be surprised to see how I am at home.
Yeah.
No cameras on.
Kevin be cussing, he be drinking, he puts in his gold teeth, he be shooting his
I
gun.
saw him.
Pop, 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 pop. You ain't getting over here, coyotes. What'd you see him do?
I saw him do a whole 8-ball of coke one day.
Yeah, just all of it. I mean, I know you all would be surprised. I was like, wow. Kevin Allen Fredericks. That's what the Allen stand for. I'll be all into this cocaine.
An 8-ball of cocaine and gun shooting.
But I've always felt that way. That's how I am with my friendships, in any of my relationships. People are not allowed to talk about folk that I care about unless they have a parallel relationship to that person. So like, if I am good friends with somebody and somebody else is good friends with that somebody and that person is getting on their nerves, yes, they can vent to me because I know that their love for them runs as deep as mine. But if it doesn't, then you can't talk. You have to find somebody else to vent to, not me.
Yes. And also, here's the thing. Later on the weekend, Cardi B had a rather lavish birthday party.
Rather lavish. COVID, I guess, doesn't exist. Birthday
She could
party.
have had a COVID tested party. She's rich.
She is.
You know, the rich have access.
They do.
I'm assuming.
I mean, I know you know, but I am just assuming also.
You get COVID tested, what, 3 times a week, 4 times a week?
3 times
Every
a week.
other day, basically, right?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
How many have you had?
I don't even remember. It's so many.
Angel's a legit actress, so she gets them a lot. I've had a good amount.
Yeah,
you've had like 5.
Yeah, you've had
5 in the last 2 months, 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
I just when I go too long without one, I'm like, let me just make sure. I don't even be feeling sick.
Well, you know, also because you are a bona fide CEO, you have a lot of employees and partners that you are around. So
it's in my best interest.
Yes.
Because if I get sick, can't keep your distance.
You can't do this and I'll be like, Josh, put a microphone in that ventilator so we can keep this thing going. I ain't got no time. I ain't got no.
You were saying.
Listen.
Kev, what do you say?
Saying the other thing.
Oh, what you think?
What's that, Kev?
Right.
Anyway,
so funny.
Speaking of laughing,
Right.
go on over to Paint Your Life
Right.
or Paint Your Death because he's not going to
With promo code SK.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'll be like, wait, Kev, you want to do the next ad? I got it. Yeah. What we not doing, okay?
Hey, Kev, you're up. It's the new man. Here we go.
Right.
Give me a deep breath if you're alive, Kev. He loves it. Oh, yeah.
What a transition.
Oh, yeah. I am telling you right now.
It's so crazy over here, huh? Health deteriorating.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, yeah, you should get tested and you should stay healthy because what we're not about to do is stop this hustle.
Listen, I was hiking a couple weeks ago.
Pre-cougar video.
I don't think there's no cougars and stuff out in LA.
There's mountain lions for
I
sure.
definitely saw a mountain lion. Not on my
100%
hike,
sure.
but I've seen one.
And mountain lions are gigantic.
They are. I've seen rattlesnakes, not in the hike, but I've seen snakes before. I heard coyotes. The gym is not open, guys.
Bro,
what do you want from me?
One time I tried to do a sunrise hike, and I saw when I was walking, I saw 2 eyes that just lit up. It was still dark. I was like, I'm not finishing this. I'm going home. I don't even care about the sun like that. Also, I almost got bit by a rattlesnake like 3 weeks ago.
Why?
I was golfing this place called Rustic Canyon. I mean, I should have known just not to be out there when it's hot. I'm driving in the it's like almost dark by the time we're leaving. We're driving. All of a sudden, this thing just snaps like at the side of the cart that I was on. I look back. It was huge. This big snake, and then it started rattling.
It was a snake?
Yeah, it was a rattlesnake. And then it started rattling. I was like, you couldn't sound that thing off before? That's literally your whole thing.
I'm moving. I can't do this no more. I'm leaving California. They
You
don't
ain't.
have it. I'm leaving. I can't do it.
No, you got property here.
I want to go back to a joke Angel said. That's funny. It was way earlier. She said the cat don't want to eat her. It tasted like blue magic.
That was really funny.
Hilarious. You think a cat would eat us like, whoo, this thing is salty.
It is so
Black people are
something.
probably salty.
Yeah, from our food intake.
Yeah, because I try to eat this healthy stuff. And when I tell you this thing had, first of all, it had a lot of sodium in it for the preservative thing. But then it had no sodium in it for the taste part.
Yeah.
This thing tastes like nothing. I mean, just nothing,
Where did
Angel.
you get it from?
Lean and fresh or something like that?
Like it was like prepackaged.
It's like a meal prep thing.
Oh.
It is the absolute worst food I mean, literally everything tastes like everything. The broccoli tastes like the beans taste like the chicken sausage tastes like the fajitas. It's like, is there anything new? And they're like, man, shut up. You want to lose weight or not? It's hard.
It's not actually that hard. It's not.
It's not that hard with Noom. It's hard when the food is not good. I've actually done better with the vegan place that I was ordering from.
Yeah.
At least it tastes good. I'm gonna tell you what I'm not gonna do.
What?
I'm not gonna eat food that's gross.
Yeah,
I'm
why
not
should
gonna
you?
pay.
Why should you?
You shouldn't.
Yeah, that's why I do WW, because I can eat whatever I want.
It's a whole points-based system.
It's a whole point. I had cookies over the weekend and felt great about it.
So how do you do the points on that?
You calculate them. So something.
You can eat Oreos?
It's like rollover minutes.
Boom.
For real.
Yeah, no. So yeah, you can eat anything. It's all about weighing.
You can eat coochie. Does that have any points? Coochie got to be 0.
Well, there's a
hope
bar
so.
scan, so you just got to scan it and see.
You can't scan it.
There's no skew on the coochie.
Yeah,
You never know.
That UV might not be good for it.
Yeah, just get a tattoo. There you go. The UV might not be
Oh,
good
no,
for
you
it.
gotta. This is probably not good for the pH.
You're supposed to say UV ain't good for the pH. But yeah, no, you can eat anything. And that is, I refuse to, I'm too old to be feeling like I have to punish myself.
Oh yeah, I'm just not gonna do it.
No.
It takes more work, takes more discipline, but it can be done.
Yes, it does. It can be. And also what sucks is because of our culture as Black people and because of what we were forced to eat because of the scraps, we potentially, some of us, have not grown up knowing how to make healthy food taste good.
Without a whole bunch of salt and stuff.
I mean, salt is not bad when the food is actually healthy for you. Meaning, if you're not eating macaroni and cheese, which doesn't break down in the system, if you're eating something like collard greens, you can put some salt on some healthily made collard greens because your body can flush it out. It's like stuff like, fried chicken. Your body's having to process a lot when you're eating stuff that has a lot of process to it.
Yeah.
But if you're eating something healthy and you put like sea salt on it, your body knows how to.
You know what's crazy about that? When you start eating healthy for like 3 or 4 days, a week, and then you go back and eat something unhealthy, your body be like, yo, what?
Yeah.
You back on this again?
Right. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work on your intestines. Your body be like, bro, you was remember cauliflower?
We had
and
a great
stuff?
time, man.
We were having a great
Remember your
time.
skin? It was nice, right? I tried.
ordered, from this vegan restaurant, and I misread the thing. I ordered tacos, and I thought it was gonna be like, like Sofritos or something like that, or like Beyond Meat or something like that. When I tell you, they just had beans for the meat. I was like, okay, guys, y'all, come on.
You like, I
Hey,
need more.
Sir, I'd
Tabitha
normally
Brown would never. She at least does jackfruit.
Yeah, I was supposed to say
She
we did
does
some
something.
jackfruit, yeah.
It tricked me. And also, here's the thing I realized with Tabitha Brown and good vegan food. A lot of what you're tasting is the texture and the seasoning. It's not really the meat. Like we went to this vegan restaurant in Oakland. I believe it's called Solely Vegan.
I think so.
Okay.
That place was fire.
The chef was like, look, man, a lot of time, like for instance, this doesn't not for everybody, but when I eat buffalo cauliflower, like the wings, it doesn't taste like chicken.
No,
I'm not
not
saying
at all.
It tastes like chicken, but the seasoning and the texture, I'd be like, this is actually what I
I
like.
could get by.
Yeah.
with
I'm
this.
used to the seasoning of hot wings,
Yes.
not necessarily this is an animal.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
So-
right. It's all about, like, I made some when me and Marcus did our vegan challenge back in June, and that stuff went so hard. The cauliflower, buffalo cauliflower. Oh, it was the best thing I've ever had. However, I knew I was going to be eating cauliflower. The only time I get tripped up is when they name it something and it's supposed to taste. Like in my head, I'm thinking, like I made some like crab cakes, but they were
Yeah.
made of heart of palm. My brain though was like, oh, we about to have crab cakes.
Mm-hmm.
And then my taste buds was like, what, sis, what is this pickled? What is
heart of
this?
palm?
It's kind of like, it's like an artichoke-y type of thing, but it's not artichoke. It's like white. Tabitha cooks with it all the time. It's like a white stalk.
Oh, I have seen that.
Yes.
But what is it? Is it like a
It's kind of,
vegetable of some sort?
yeah, and it flakes
We
apart.
should do a vegan mukbang with Tab.
Oh,
That's a great idea.
yeah, with Tab and Chance.
Tab and Chance. We should do it on Friday. Fridays with Tab and Chance.
Yeah.
A vegan mukbang with Tab and Chance.
Well,
You know her.
Yeah, I'll text her. I'll
Text
text
her.
her after this and be like, this
I've been
is what we
trying to get
do.
her on Keep Your Distance.
Because she used to do stand-up.
Yeah, she sent me a video when she was still hiding her accent.
Yeah. So did she
No,
she
ain't
said she don't want to
She
go?
said she thinking about it.
But
Because
she
you know
had-
how big Tab is. Like, there's a lot of pressure there.
Well, there's a lot of
Right.
eyes now.
Well,
And she
wow.
hasn't done the biggest thing. She hasn't done stand up in a long time, even pre-pandemic.
Right. No, it's been a while. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't know she had that skill set. I was like, Tabitha.
I didn't know you had that skill set.
Well, a lot of people didn't know I had that skill
First
set.
of all, Angel killed again.
Mm-hmm.
Your best asset on stage is your personality. You just be like, I like her. I will
Thank
laugh.
you.
Like I told this before, comedy, it's better. It's better to be likable than funny.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was coming up, there was a comedian back in Tacoma, bless his heart. Great jokes,
Mm-hmm.
terrible stage presence, terrible likability.
Yeah.
So people would just be like, this was a good joke, but I hate your face.
Oh, never.
And they just wouldn't laugh at him. But if he gave me that joke, people be like, yes, because I'd be up there like, hey, giggity, giggity. You know what I mean? So,
Well, you know where I learned stand-up?
No.
Skillshare. Now, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creatives and curious people. Skillshare offers creative classes designed for real life and all circumstances that come with it. These lessons can help you stay inspired, express yourself, and introduce you to a community of millions. Now, I actually didn't learn comedy from Skillshare, but there are so many things like that you can learn. That if you're like, I want to learn how to do stand-up, you can go on there and find someone who can show you the art of setting up a joke and hitting a punchline.
Yeah, you can. I've also learned photography, graphic design on Skillshare. I really have, especially at the beginning of the pandemic when I had like plenty of time. I was learning. If you can see a lot of Melissa's photos, not the brand one, but her regular photos that are not brand photo
Yeah.
shoot, I learned a lot from Skillshare. One thing I learned is angles. Like
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot, over 6 foot. Melissa's 5'3". So
She's 5'7".
you're right. It's a whole thing with her. One of the things is just come down to that angle because when you take a picture from up high, it distorts your
Yours
body.
high,
From low, it distorts your body too. So it always makes her look scrunched down. And because of Skillshare, I learned that it just come down to her height. That's why when you see girls taking pictures of each other, they be spreading their legs and doing that.
Yeah.
I never knew that much, but I learned that on Skillshare.
You learned that
didn't
on
I?
Skillshare. Well, Skillshare has classes to fit your schedule and skill level. Members get unlimited access to thousands of inspiring classes with hands-on projects and feedback from a community of millions. Most classes are under 60 minutes with short lessons to fit any schedule. Explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/SK.
SK.
And get the first 1,000 people to use our link. The first 1,000 people, to use our link will get a free trial of Skillshare. premium membership. Receive free access to thousands of classes for a limited time. Be one of the first 1,000 to sign up at Skillshare.com/SK.
SK.
Now, the holiday season is right around the corner, and this year we know that people will be buying more stuff online more than ever before. And if you're an e-commerce seller, you are ready to meet the demands of a record-breaking online shopping season if you are using ShipStation.
ShipStation, baby. I
Shipping
just
stations.
actually hooked my merch up, restocked for the Patreon. Literally on my way here.
Oh, dope.
And because of ShipStation, it's easy to transition. I can pull from Etsy, pull from my website, pull from Shopify, all into one streamlined thing. And this Black Friday, I got something up my sleeve.
Ooh.
Something special for Patreon. If you're not on Patreon, y'all don't even be realizing the stuff you guys miss out on.
Yeah.
There's some jackets and stuff that never even come out not on Patreon. But for Black Friday, it's nearly impossible to do all that without something like ShipStation.
I know.
It's completely amazing.
I'm dropping some merch this Friday in ShipStation.
Are you?
Yes. Dropping a new collection. It's called I Am Enough. ShipStation helps
title.
online. Thank you. ShipStation helps online sellers get orders out quickly, save money on shipping costs, and keep customers happy. No matter where you're selling, Amazon, Etsy, your own website, ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface. They even offer big discounts on shipping costs. Now, any business can access the same postage discounts that are usually reserved for the large Fortune 500 companies. And right now, the Kev on podcast, here's the thing, listeners. Can try ShipStation free for 60 days when you use the offer code CREW.
Crew!
Okay?
With a K?
Yes, with a K. K-R-E-W. Make sure your business is ready to meet the demands of a massive online shopping season. Get started at ShipStation.com today. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in CREW. That's ShipStation.com. Then enter the offer code CREW. ShipStation.com. Make ship happen. That one is a doozy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm just all over the place.
So let's move on, Angel.
Okay.
I've got a question for you.
What's up?
I saw this BuzzFeed article, and I read it, and I want to pose it to you and to Joshi. Well, not to Joshi, just to you and people. Joshi can chime in, but we don't care about his feelings. But we do, but not specifically for this.
I'm hurt.
Is the Shade Room bad for black people?
Oh, that's fair.
I read a BuzzFeed article about Shade Room. I've talked about Shade Room before. I had to get out of there. I had to get out of there.
Tell me why you had to get out of there, not Twitter.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you why. The Shade Room is like Twitter with none of the good stuff.
it's a cesspool.
Twitter has bad stuff, and it's toxic, but it also has great dialogue, great conversations. I learn a lot.
And good comedy.
Especially about comedy out of this world. I get all my videos from there. Sports talk, it has its good and bad.
Yeah.
It's inherently more negative than Instagram, but probably not more than Facebook. I just don't go on Facebook at all. I just wasn't my site. Shade Room is like the worst of Twitter all the time. But it's owned by a black woman. So I'm like, support black women. But also, here's my thing, my personal thing with Shade Room. This is what I don't like. TMZ is also trash, right? But TMZ doesn't try to hide its trash. It's trash, right? We know what we're doing is bad, and we know we're evil and vile. But this is how we make our business. TMZ is like, if y'all don't like it, you shouldn't be looking at this.
Yeah.
Shade Room, they be posting stuff that they know will elicit a certain response, and they be acting like they don't know. So, for example, Dwayne Wade's daughter.
Trans daughter.
I never know how to pronounce Zaya. I think it's Zaya. Or Zaya. God dang it, I shouldn't have said it out loud.
I think it's Zaya.
So
It
what
might
they'll
be Zaya.
do,
Shoot.
they know that subject is a hot button issue. But instead of just saying how they feel, they'll be like, oh, Dwayne Wade and family are out. Roomies, what do you think? And then the comment section be lit of all these different feelings. And they'll be like, we only post what celebrities post. But come on.
Right.
You know what you're doing. Let's not stand on ceremony, Mr. Wayne. That's from The Dark Knight, a movie I love. You have strong feelings about it.
That it's too
So
dark.
that's my only thing. Like, it's all that negative stuff.
Yeah.
But then sometimes there's certain things that I'd be like, oh, I have to go on there and like read something, or not have to, but there's something that we need to cover on the podcast, and it's almost always on the Shade Room.
Yeah.
So I'm curious your thoughts about it overall.
It's kind of difficult because the real problem with something like that with Zaya is not the Shade Room posting it. It's the homophobia and transphobia that exists in the Black community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which we have to, as the commenters, take responsibility for.
Fair.
So because I read the whole article as well, and while I do feel like at some point in time we have to take responsibility for what our platform looks like if you're not scrubbing your comments, like if you're putting that out saying, you know what, we should be able to report on people whose lives might not look like the, what do they call it, cisgender, heterosexual life. We should be able to post on people who might be gay or who might be trans. Then either start cleaning your comments or start shaming the type of comments that you don't want on there, so that you're setting an environment where people don't feel as comfortable to be so trash.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe, but to the creator of Shade Room's point, nobody's asking for any other platform to do that. However, the toxicity that exists, not that homophobia doesn't exist in any other culture, but the toxicity that exists within the Black community around homophobia, it's kind of like we do have to set an example, I feel like, of how we want people to behave on our platforms. Just like Kat moderates the live chat for the live feed of this. She constantly says, no cussing, y'all. We're not cussing.
Yeah.
We're not roasting. So I do feel that way. Like, I want to ask that the creator, Angelique, whatever her name is.
I think she's Nigerian.
She's not. Yes, she is. Why did I think it was?
you
I
know
know
how
the
names
last
is.
name was with N, but I thought the first name was with
Her first name is spelled Nwandu, and in my history, a lot of times that means one of those letters is silent.
Well, I thought that was her last name. Sorry.
So,
But
I'm gonna say Wandu.
well, I would
Just
ask
'cause
Wandu. We just gonna do that.
say
I
Wandu?
I
don't know.
would ask Wandu, what does she want her platform to look like?
Mm-hmm.
Because let's be honest, you are not a newspaper. While you are reporting the news, you're not the New York Times, so you do not have to be completely unbiased in
Right.
how you create the atmosphere that you create.
Yes, 100%.
So I would be like, is this the environment that you want? Because if it isn't, you can control it.
That's actually a good point. And here's to the devil's I don't like the term devil's advocate anymore.
Okay, then don't say it.
Yeah.
To the
opposite point of that.
Yeah.
We, as the people or the consumers of the content, we make or break whatever platform it is. It's the same problem BET has. We say, BET, make wholesome content. Report on, show HBCU football games. Show women doing XYZ. BET makes that stuff.
And nobody watches.
And nobody watches it. We hound BET for putting Love and Hip Hop and things like that and, trash reality TV on there. But people watch that. And everybody knows how television works. What gets high ratings, advertisers pay for. What advertisers pay for, networks renew. So when they make wholesome stuff, nobody cares. So what Viacom did is say, okay, you guys don't really like this on BET. We own VH1. We'll take the ratchet stuff off of BET, put it on
over
VH1, and now it's the number one thing on VH1. So as a community, if there were no desire for the content that the Shade Room provides, then there will be no place for the Shade Room. But the Shade Room is a humongous media giant with insane engagement. And the Shade Room also posts wholesome stuff.
They do.
Right? But just like BT, that wholesome stuff gets nothing. No engagement. And like good, and that part is not inherent to black people.
Right.
That goes the same thing for
with
the news.
everybody. Yeah.
You put news and it's like, hey, Angel walked an old lady across the street. So what? Angel ran over a lady in the middle of the street.
Everybody wants that story.
Everybody wants that story. I feel like I don't know if that's the American way. I've never lived anywhere outside of America. I've been to Europe. I know Angel has not been as of yet.
She hasn't?
She hasn't been.
Are booty butt head.
By the way, hold on. I just want to take a quick aside. I saw one of the funniest things. It was about women shooting their shot on Twitter, right? This woman had shot a shot at the dude. She was like, man, you are fine. And he was like, thank you, cutie. And she was like, what's up, man? Pull up on me, take me out. He was like, I'm sorry, I'm gay. She was like, what? I got a booty hole. She's like, why can't you just be bi? And the person was like, women, is this how you shoot your shot? Just to say I got a booty hole? Like, there's more to it than that, I think.
That's not taking no for an answer.
She's like,
to a
She
different
said, why
degree.
can't you just be bi? I got a booty hole.
Like, we
But
can make
anyway,
this work.
I'm
We
sorry.
could make this work.
Oh, my-
To your point, no, I think this has been going on since the beginning of time. Think
Yeah.
about Lot's wife. She was like, what they doing?
Literally.
She wouldn't have turned around.
Literally. She was looking at the shade room.
Yeah, she was like, wait a minute, let me just see who commented. Oh, Cardi. And then was turned into a pillar. It has been happening.
Joke on Lot's wife, and you
I
just
think
made it
it's
better.
hilarious.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
When you saw it?
At the Comedy Union.
Ah, you were there when I was getting ready for tour again.
Mm-hmm.
You were there.
Remember that
Yeah, I
time,
remember.
Kev?
Man,
remember that.
I
thought it was a-
love that joke.
Yeah.
I love it. So
But it's not the content. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
you're
Jacob.
you're fine.
I don't think it's the problem of the content as far as in the shade room. Because if things are happening, things are happening.
Yeah.
It's the problem of the toxic environment that exists inside of the comments. Because if something's happening, right? We can see it. But it's like, what does that then elicit people to say? But it's like, how many grown adults can you control? But I do feel like to whom much is given, much is required. So
Yeah.
I do think there is a responsibility that she needs to take on. And I'm not saying that she has to change what she's posting, but I do feel like people feel comfortable to act certain ways in certain places.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fair point. I feel like, it's kind of like your platform, your responsibility. To her point and the business aspect, I see it as a business point of view of like, we don't create any content, right? And we don't monitor into any, or I'm sorry, I guess censor any comments. We just pose the thing. So it's really like holding a mirror up to society because if we had evolved past, homophobia, for example, and she posted something, or the roomies posted something that was supposed to be to elicit a certain response. Because, okay, so let me back up for a second. Are you familiar with Skip Bayless?
No. Who's
Okay,
that?
you shouldn't be because you're not into sports.
Skip.
Bayless is a talent on sports, right? His whole thing is to go the opposite direction of what's obvious. So LeBron James wins his 4th championship last week, right? Or yesterday, 2 days ago. Anyway, his whole thing for like LeBron's career is LeBron's not good. He's never going to be good, never going to pass Jordan. But sometimes LeBron will go for like 50, 25, and 10 or whatever, and he'll still be like, not good enough.
Is
Or-
it satire? Is that what it is?
No.
This
Well,
is a real person.
He is
just
a dead serious. He plays it as dead serious,
Mm-hmm.
and it always elicits a big reaction because it's like, even if you hate LeBron, sometimes it's like, oh God, dog, this is no one can argue he had a great game or he did something worthy of.
You said Skip Bayless?
Yes.
Skip. It kind of reminds me of Honey. These days, it feels like an online shopping. It's the only shopping we do. We really do. I was like, I've got to do whatever I got to do.
I've seen that
I was
one.
like, listen, I got to get into this ad. Okay. That's where today's sponsor, Honey,
Peanut butter
comes
and
in.
honey.
Yeah, I was
Skippy.
Skip, honey, list peanut butter, wherever we got to go to get into it. Y'all the bar is too high. I was like,
too high.
And I was like, why are you going? I got to talk about shopping. And you're talking about sports. This is a free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and automatically applies the best one available at checkout. I know with you all shopping, especially when you all were getting your home together, Melissa was honeying it up.
She's still honeying it up.
Yeah.
Low key, I'm honeying it up too.
Well, of course.
I'm about just as bad as her with shopping.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Might be worse than her.
Well, that's what's great about Honey, because when you have it on your web extension or as a browser extension, it's just going to make sure you save yourself some money, okay? So here's how it works. You get Honey on your computer for free and in 2 easy clicks by going to joinhoney.com/SK.
SK.
There we go. Then when you're checking out on one of its over 30,000 supported sites, Honey pops up and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. If Honey finds any working codes, it applies the best one to your cart. Honey has found its over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. Good googly
That's
movie.
a lot. That's a lot.
$2
It's as simple as like when you go to Ralph's and you swipe your rewards card.
Yeah.
And it just drops. Like at this point, I don't want to sound like that, but I don't check like, oh, this has rewards things.
Sound
I just
like
go,
you sound.
I just.
You got to have, for Kev in his place financially, he needs something like Honey to just apply the savings because he's not worried about it. But for us
I
regular
ain't worried
people.
about savings, but I don't want to spend the time looking for that.
Well, us regular folk that need the savings, Honey is here for you. It's simple. If you go to your computer, Honey should be on it. It's free and works with whatever browser you use. You can get Honey for free today at joinhoney.com/SK.
SK.
That's joinhoney.com/SK.
SK.
Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. I let y'all down. I could not do another transition. I was just
Angel,
like, whatever. We're just going to bomb it.
Listen, if you can't do it great, blow it up.
That's what I was like. Skip. Sounds like Honey to me. Honey.
I saw your eyes going. I was like,
Yeah.
The doggone one you did prior, you're like, you know how I learned stand up? I was like, no. Skillshare, I was like, you lied to me. That had nothing to do
I'm
with
here
nothing.
to lie to you. Why do you get upset when people point out that you have money?
Oh, boy.
Is that like
This is a work through big leap issue. Mm-hmm. In the black, it's a layer.
black community thing?
Black community, there's a counting one's pockets thing, right?
Yeah.
An article came out about keep your distance. People were like, oh,
they put the math in there.
put the math in there. What they don't know
It's
is
all the
what
things
they
you have to pay
think
for.
isn't what it is, right? There's a humongous. Now, let me tell you what. You want to talk about cost? The cost for the sketches for the Black Woman Show.
Kevin.
Brennan was like, are you sure? And I said, we going balls to the wall.
Kevin.
Then I seen the bill. I was like, next time, less.
Yeah.
Next set of sketches will be equally as good, but completely pared down. There's a partner. There's revenue splits. There's comedian. There's a lot of expenses for that. But the article only shows the revenue. So that's one thing. The second thing, and this is probably the bigger thing, I don't want that to be used against me. So what happens is like when we moved to our house, and it was like visibly much nicer. Like at our old house, I didn't show much of it. I just said like, hey man, you don't need to know this. You just know my videos.
Just know my
But like JoJo's birthday, there's a drone shot of that house, and I was like, dang, y'all out here. Wait, it's me, it's y'all.
I'm the y'all.
But what happened is, so negative comments, right? I remember I was talking about something unrelated, and somebody's like, oh, so you care about the Black community from your big house, your mansion in California? And I was like, what? And now that the Maserati is out there, I get a lot of comments on all platforms, totally unrelated to anything I'm talking about. Like I literally posted about something and unrelated to anything, and not even making a joke, just like posting something. They were like, oh, well, I'm sure with your Maserati, you'll be okay. And I'd be like, what does that have to do with anything? So the other thing that I realized, once I put the Maserati out there, I'm not going to crowdfund anyway, but I would not feel comfortable crowdfunding now. Like, hey, help me pay for this movie, even though movies cost, even these type of movies.
Like Family Exchange?
Like where I was with that movie, like I didn't even feel comfortable doing that prior to where I am now. But now I would never even consider doing it because of the backlash that I anticipate outside of my Patreon audience. Like Spike Lee, I don't know if you remember when Spike Lee crowdfunded a movie. He did something, and people were like, Spike Lee, you're not rich enough. And he was like, bro, I can't pay for the whole thing by myself. I'll go broke doing that. So that's probably the biggest thing. But it's obvious that I don't know if it's obvious, but if you follow me for a long time, you've heard the stories of what. I funded a tour. I paid comedians well, more than the what comedians usually get. Yeah, I didn't even know I didn't realize how well until I was talking to somebody else, and I was like, they pay. I'm talking about people who are on Comic View. Yeah, like they pay you what? Yeah, you got to buy your own flight. Like how you got to get your? But that's the thing. Like it's a cold game out there. People are trying to get rich. They're not necessarily. And when you're trying to get rich, you don't necessarily look out for the other people. You pay them the going rate. And people usually aren't trying to pay the going rate. So anyway, that's kind of why. But through therapy and the Big Leap, I realized I can't control that anyway.
Exactly. That's what I was hoping you were gonna get to. Because let me tell you, let me get my chunk of change together. And I don't care what anybody. You get your chunk of change. Yes, it's happening.
It's on its way.
The chunk of change is on its way. I don't care what nobody thinks.
Yeah, but that's so hard.
It is hard, but especially this is the thing. But in certain aspects, you don't care. It's for some reason. In certain aspects, you don't care what people think. You don't care if people don't think you're funny. You don't care about that.
You're right.
It's the money part that seems to have you locked up. When people say that, you're like, cringe.
It is cringe to the max.
And I'm like,
that's a good point. I definitely don't care about a lot of things.
I know,
but that's like comedy is subjective. Like I don't care what you say about my body. I'd be like, I don't
exactly.
care.
There are things that you have no like type of. You're like, I'm gonna put it out there, and I know some of you all are gonna say terrible things. Oh well,
my singing,
which is actually good, and you try to deflect
me out.
Sing it. So yeah, money being the one, but that's the one that is always this is like the Achilles heel of the Black community. We get real sometimey when somebody got money.
We do.
We be like,
we be in the shade room comments.
Now you think, yup.
What have you done? What are you doing for the community? You rich, you this and that, and I just be like, I don't want to add to another thing. That's why this year has been harder for me than others. As far as like the thing about growth is it's like grief. Not linear. So some days I'll be like, we out here. And then the other days I'll be like, we're not out here. We've had a setback. I think growing up in poverty, this is all relatively new. Like me and Melissa really be like, sometimes we see these like brand deals or commercials and the numbers that come in, I'll be like, are y'all sure?
Do you this what you want to?
Some of these brandos, Angel, I be like, man, y'all are. And they be ecstatic
to give the money.
Happy to give it away. And I be like, well, I'm not gonna argue.
Right.
My brother has been able to bring somebody up from a number to the final number. And when those checks come in, I be like,
y'all for real? Y'all for real? And this is not gonna bounce.
Also, I'm 37. I was broke for 30 strong years. Probably 33.
That's why you
good, clean, broke years.
That's why I don't understand why. Do not cringe away from. You got money. Don't cringe away. Because I have lived in broke. I have lived in broke. Broke. When I am no longer anywhere close to that, when I don't feel like the pressure of like debt or anything, I will not care. What you doing for the community? I don't know. I don't know.
Say that.
I don't know.
But she's talked about a nonprofit though. Like I'm not.
I would not feel like I had to prove that to somebody. Right. What you doing for them? No. Look it up.
It shouldn't be like an entitled thing once you get to that spot. Is what she's saying.
Yeah, like
that's a good point.
Like, why don't you look it up? What you doing for the community? Because you over here tweeting me.
People don't. I see it happening to other people of my same stature, like this, the NSARS thing with Nigeria. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yes, because you posted it. Thank you.
Okay.
That is literally how I found out. I was like,
Really?
Because I was like, God dang it, they got the SARS. That's what I was thinking. I did. I was like, we got COVID. They got SARS. It's never gonna end. And I was like, oh, the police. Oh, good to know. Good to know. I swiped through the things, and I was like, good on you, Kev, because I would have thought they had the SARS.
Right. That actually, when you say that, there's no reason for you to think
anything else. Yeah.
There's no other reason. So that's something else I learned about on Twitter before it got, before it came into other platforms. But a person had tweeted at another creator bigger than me. It was like, she had posted a selfie, just posted a picture of herself in the bathroom. And they were like, well, you ain't spoke out about SARS. And the girl was like, first of all, yes, I have. And the girl's like, well, I checked and I didn't see it. Well, and also, here's what people never understand.
Right.
People have more than one platform. Sometimes you don't want to talk about it on Twitter because you know what happens.
Yeah.
A lot of times when it's something serious, I talk about it on the podcast because it's hard to do nuance in social media bites.
Completely agree.
So I don't like the Sudan thing. Josh put me onto that. We researched it, and I also don't usually want to be the first to talk about something,
right?
Because a lot of times things don't be real or it don't be what you think. So I never talk about it early because I don't want. It's much harder to take wrong back.
Right.
It's easier to do research and be right the first time, but people. When you're wrong, that gets blasted. When you put your correction out, people don't care.
Yeah.
But what I'm also learning is a lot of how people react to me is projection. It has nothing to do. I saw this video and this girl was talking about, it's unrelated to me. She was talking about she's talking to women, a woman talking to a woman. And she was like, you stressing yourself out, asking yourself why he's cheating on you because you think it's something you did. And a lot of times it's trauma with his life. It's, people talk about daddy issues as it only relates to women. Guys have daddy issues too. It's not a negative connotation like it is with women.
Right.
But if your father wasn't around, it has an adverse effect on boys and girls, right? But it's only negatively applied to women.
Right.
Right? And then she was like, that man could have been cheating on you because he's not where he's supposed to be in life. And the only way he can make himself feel like he has any sort of power or value is to be able to get multiple women because he's not able to get his money together. And you're here internalizing all this, and he really just needs to heal.
Yeah.
Or he might be cheating on you because the last person told him he was broke, and he ain't really processed that because he really is broke. And that same thing goes to commenters. Like, I'll never forget this person commented something at Melissa saying she was talking over somebody. This was probably about a year ago when she was really working hard not to talk over people. And this specific episode, she had done a really good job.
Right.
Like, really good job. And a woman went in their comments, you still talking over people. And Melissa commented back. She was like, I'm sorry you feel that way. I feel like I did a good job. And this girl was like, actually, man, I had a bad day. I'm on my period. So I just lashed out at you. And I'd be like, you be literally internalizing this stuff. And it really, a lot of times, has nothing to do with you. Now, there's constructive criticism, especially from my Patreon audience. I take most of them. But even in the Patreon audience, the same thing happens. Those ones actually hit me the most.
Do they?
From the stage crew, if it's what I perceive a comment like regular comments, I be thinking everyone in the stage crew is on the same thing. But over this summer, I learned
it's a little different.
The 95 and the 5% that I've talked about a lot of times, that 5% exists even within what you think is the people who are really, really for you.
People got $5 to be in there.
And that's what Melissa was like, yeah, honestly, $5 ain't that much.
To a lot of people.
Some people will go $5. Because I was like, you wouldn't pay $5 just to troll. And Melissa was like, you would absolutely pay $5 just to troll.
Absolutely.
Or just to come and get information. She was like, some people just come in and becoming Patreons to dig for information.
Yeah.
They don't really support you. And I was like,
yeah.
So I'm even learning to recalibrate that because I'd be like, Patreon people say something, I'd be like, change it immediately.
Oh, no.
Like the VIP for the Keep Your Distance comedy show. I was like, it'll be cool to do a backstage access thing. VIP, and Melissa was like, you probably shouldn't call it VIP because VIP has a certain connotation. But I'd already had it. Like, she told me that, and it was like 2 days before the show. It had already been there. And then there were some things we didn't figure. Like, one, I kind of anticipated. I was hoping better. Comedians don't come to the shows early.
That was my husband's fault. I ain't gonna put out.
No, I wasn't
even
talking about you. Like,
but I wanted to be there on time.
Yeah, but I really wasn't talking about you. And even when they get there, they need their artist moment.
Yeah.
And even me, like the biggest reason we're not doing it is because there was negative comments. And these negative comments were mostly constructive. Like, we can't hear these people, the lighting's bad, but I saw this ain't VIP, this ain't what I paid for. But the biggest thing that I realized, I need the time.
Right.
Because I was basically on camera, because I do the last minute push on Instagram Live and Facebook or YouTube. And then I did basically an hour pre-show. And then I had like literally 5 minutes to go over my set.
Well, quick question. Why were you, okay, when we had discussed it, when you were standing there and I was sitting here, I was like, just hire someone to do the pre-show. And you hired Tahir. Then why did you put yourself into it?
Well, at first, there was nobody there. At 6, it was literally just me and Tahir there. So for the first 15 minutes, it was just me and him. Then Shantae pulled up. So it was her. And then from like 6:30 to 7, it's when majority of the comedians came. But the more they came, it was hard to like get them. And then they were just chopping it up because it was like a real green room. So you like, some people are talking to the camera, but other people are like, hey girl, I ain't seen you. How you feeling? Blah, blah, blah. So it was just a lot of commotion. So
Okay.
I'm not doing it again. But the biggest reason, because there are some tweaks we could have done. I could have hired a camera person to actually like do it and could have got a shotgun mic. Josh suggested a light. Like, we could have set it up.
Yeah.
But for me, luckily that the jokes I did that night I had done
Already
before.
done, yeah.
But a lot of times I literally be like, okay, let me go over these jokes. Because I'm not on my normal cadence of doing stand-up.
Yeah.
So it takes more preparation to do that. And those 30 minutes prior to the show are the times, well, actually 6 to 6:30 before the comedians get there is the time I'm like, okay, this, that. And luckily I remembered everything that night. And also, the Black Women's Show.
Hey.
Man.
Banger.
When I tell you. Banger. Pew, 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 pew. I was so happy.
It was a
right?
show.
Men, this is just the truth. Women I knew would buy tickets. I knew. They support Black women. Men be like, nah, I don't know. Is she funny? Like, if they see 6 dudes, they don't have a problem.
They have no problem.
Thinking, is he funny?
Yeah.
When I tell you these women had some of the best jokes I've seen, I'm not going to, tell them, obviously. But, boy.
I swear.
I was like, man, and I'm trying to get the people to know I'm only booking the best comedians. If they are booked, they're going to be funny. I know you don't know about them.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, they're going to kill. So Tahir just texted me. Him and Keon have been like, let me tell you what sucks about being your friend. Everybody who's trying to get on, keep your distance, they hit up Tahir.
Oh.
They'd be like, hey,
can I get in there? Can I get in there?
Because I'm not as known on the comedy circuit because I was doing church comedy.
Yeah.
And because Melissa didn't let me play outside.
Right,
So I wasn't standing outside of comedy.
Yeah.
And he was. And because of Zoom-In, he's literally worked with, he already had a great network.
Right.
Him and Tony have greater comedic networks than me. Which also I want to complain about one thing, and then we'll get to the next topic. As soon as I posted the flyer for the next show, after the women's show, one of the comments was from a woman. It's only one woman on here. I thought you supported Black women.
You were like, ma'am.
I didn't respond. Somebody else was like, girl, did you look 4 posts before?
Right.
The show last night was literally
all
Black women. She was like, oh.
Yeah, you obviously don't support Black women because you weren't at that show, ma'am.
Saying, nah.
They're people. People are people. Okay, no, I was going to ask you something. Hold on.
Oh, yes, Kevin Hart. I also want to say this.
Go ahead and say it while I look for my thought.
Should we put the clip in, Josh?
Put the clip in. It's a wonderful moment.
Classic. It was.
Tony Baker had a commercial. Him and
Kevin on stage.
Kevin on stage, yeah.
Shout out Tony Baker, another funny guy, up and coming.
Shout out Kevin on stage. He got a dope thing going on. He do a once a month virtual show, and he also perform in front of a live audience, and he basically like pay-per-view it or Zoom it and charges to watch it all over the country. Performing in front of a live audience. It'd be like 10, 15 people, and then the same time he's taping it, and you can watch it or record it on Zoom or I forgot what.
Out of here, man.
Nah, and Tahir Moore has this thing, Zoom, where comedians come on and they just sit there and talk.
Zooming with the homies.
Yeah, and just people come in and then they just, the shit is entertainment.
I mean, is there
old stories but shout out to Tahir Moore for doing. He's been doing it for a few months, man. And so,
is there a more creative group of people than comedians?
Plastic Cup Boys, Kevin Hart, Joey Wells, Spank, Naeem, Wayne. We're talking about me, Tony, and Tahir for different reasons. Kevin Hart literally said out of his mouth, Tony Baker's hilarious, up and coming. Spank, who is going to be on, I haven't said that yet. Oh, well, yeah, you'll see it soon. Spank and Naeem both have agreed to do Keep Your Distance, barring some bigger thing happening. But Spank was telling Kevin Hart that, Kevin on stage does a virtual thing, and Kevin Hart was like, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Comedians are so smart. And then they were talking about Joey Wells brought up Tahir's Zooming with the Homies. Joey has done it. Naeem's done it. And Spank has done it. And it's funny, Tahir tweeted Naeem like, let's get Kevin Hart on here. And he was like, you don't want Kevin. He's just going to dominate the conversation with PC nonsense for a whole hour. But I had been thinking, I was like, I'm sure that more people are finding out about Keep Your Distance.
Yeah.
And being like, what's happening over there?
Yeah, what's going on?
Let me tell you what's the hardest part now. The amount, because we only do it every other week, everybody's hitting me. There's only 6 slots.
Right.
And I'm booked out through the end of the year.
That's so fire.
Already. So it feels weird to be like, I ain't got no spots till January. And people are like, put me in January then.
They ready.
Give me February. So I don't know.
Look at you.
it is, I'm going to tell you, it feels good to have it feels like all the stuff I did for so many years that wasn't rewarded. It's like exponential reward. Snowball. It's snowball. It's like, man, this is working and this is working and this is working. And I want to take this time actually to do this. And I want you to cut this out and send this to me because I'm meaning to do this. I want to take a moment. Where's my single? Here?
There.
This is your single.
Give me a single. I want to take a moment to thank Nate Jackson. Nate Jackson was is a friend of mine, but he was the owner of the room in Tacoma that I came up under. Nate Jackson, for 2 years, gave me as much stage time as I wanted to do stand-up. And I was like, man, I didn't even realize how valuable that was until I came to LA. And they're like, it's 3 minutes here. And I was like, 3 minutes?
Like, I can't get off one joke.
Part of the reason I bombed so bad at the Bay Area Black is because Nate gave me 15, 20 minutes. I didn't know how to do 3 minutes well. So part of the reason I am the comedian I am today is because Nate gave me ample stage time. And he's just an astute businessman. He's got a comedy club in Tacoma right now. I think it's going to be opening up when the governor allows stand-up to open again. Astute businessman. But a big part of my stand-up comedy journey, the reason I don't have he was just funny in church, is because I spent them years getting drunks to laugh. Black people at the back. His room was like 300 people, 350.
Wow.
So way back there in the bar, it was like, if you ain't killing,
they ain't paying you no mind.
I'm talking about who's on. So anyway,
right, having a full-blown conversation.
I'm gonna pick him up at 7,
right,
not 6. So a lot of comedians struggled there because the bigger the room is and the more excited people are, the harder you have to work. But I want to give you your flowers, Nate, for giving me a platform and time and all that, because it was paramount to my success. So shout out to y'all. All right, moving on, Angela. Here's the next thing that I thought was interesting.
Did you really?
I don't know if it was interesting. There's a New York Times article that said the perception that wearing masks and following social distancing guidelines are unmanly has carried a destructive cost. Some experts who study masculinity and public health say COVID-19 has infected more men than women and killed far more of them.
Yeah.
Strictly because men feel like the masks aren't manly.
Yeah.
Masculinity is so fragile.
It is like a widow baby. That is the masculinity. It's like, don't hurt me. Oh. I wear a mask or not masculine. Oh, ain't that baby? Yeah.
People will die
Yeah.
to prove they are manly. We covered 2 or 3 of these stories of men being like, COVID ain't real, not gonna wear a mask,
They dead.
feeling sick, obituary.
Right. Because they feel like, oh, I am invincible. Nothing can penetrate my masculinity. And then the dirt is laying on their body as they are in a casket, completely dead in the ground. But I feel like that's always been like, you find dudes that are just like, nah, I don't wear no condoms. You know what I'm saying? I don't pull out. And because it's a manly thing. And you're just like, well, that's why you got 15
Responsibility
kids.
is not manually.
No, none of that. Anything that doesn't allow a dude to live on the edge. Dudes be wanting to live right here, and they expect never to fall off. They're like, I'm just gonna live right here, and it's just like, no, I like, of course, and then also, I will say, women. Sometimes we're attracted to the dude that likes to live.
Karen.
Karen
and Miles.
Miles. I was like, which
Married
one?
at
Karen?
First Sight,
Yeah,
if you
Married at
guys are
First Sight.
watching.
We like a dude that live right there, right? Because we're just like, oh, you're dangerous, okay? But then when you have kids, you like, nigga, get all the way over here. Because I'm not trying to be out here by myself because you dead, because you didn't want to do right. But I don't know.
Dead?
Because you dead. I don't know if it's like this like continual rite of passage a dude feels like is in his mind of, I have to keep approaching the danger of it or else I'm not a man.
The fear, speaking as a man who's grown and is growing out of that, the fear of what other men think is paralyzing. Okay, you know Aldo, the shoe store.
Yes,
right?
I was about to say, please don't say this is a person.
No.
I was about to be like, I don't.
There was a time in my life where dudes were like, "Were you shopping at Aldo? That's gay." And then I was going in there. I was like, "Bro, they're just dress shoes. They're just European dress shoes. How can dress shoes be gay?"
Be like, okay, well, if gay means I dress nice,
Like,
yes,
literally.
then I'm very gay about this.
I mean, it's like sometimes, Angel, it'd be like, bruh, everything can't be masculinity. Like, oh, you finna wear tapered suit pants? I was like, God, come on. Like,
I do feel for men in that way because it feels like a bit of a prison. Like,
if you let that happen to you, it can be.
Yeah.
For you. But I'm just like, bro, shut up.
well, yeah, you got to get, like, if you want to ever get a chance to be your authentic self and just get to enjoy the things that you enjoy and do the things you want to do, you can't care about the opinion of other men. And I don't know if it's always about from other men. I don't think men want to be called out by women either.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that's worse. For a woman to be like, dude, you are so feminine.
Even the drinks, right? I didn't grow up drinking alcohol, right? I didn't know there was rules to what men could drink, okay? I did not know. So when me and Melissa was out there, I was out there like just literally looking at the ingredients, like, strawberry rum? Yeah, and then low-key, when they come with like umbrellas in them, I'll be like, yes.
It's pretty.
This is like the beach.
I do feel like I'm on a beach. You're
Yeah.
right.
So I was at a party at All Def one time, and I was with a whole bunch of the dudes from there. And there was like, I ordered, I ordered sex on the beach.
No, yeah, you were like, let's do this.
I was like, oh yeah, I be getting this all the time. Give me sex on the beach. I was like, oh, what are you doing? And I was like, I like sex on the beach. And they were like, you can't drink that. I was like, why? They were like, man, you gonna drink a manly drink today.
Whiskey
This
neat.
man ordered me an old fashioned. Man, I tasted this. I was like, this tastes like the barrel of a shotgun.
Because it is.
And I was like, do you like this? He was like, I don't really like it. I just feel like this is what I'm supposed to drink. I was like, but have you had a sex on the beach? He was like, actually, they're nice.
Right.
Like, order the sex on the beach then. He was like, nah, man. Like, I'm not finna do that.
Right.
I'm not finna drink no doggone motor
Nasty.
oil to prove to you that I'm a man.
That I am a
I'm
man.
because I take care of my family, my children, my responsibilities. I give space for my wife and opportunities for my friends.
Yeah.
Not because I drink a drink I don't. I'll be like, you just be drinking stuff you don't like. He'd be like, Because I'm a man.
Just dumb. Just ruining your life.
Old fashions are the worst drink ever.
I don't know why they don't like them. I mean, Marcus drinks all the nasty drinks. He thinks they taste amazing.
Look at Marcus. Carry me a knife.
I
drink my old fashioned.
Oh,
shoot good.
He's
Drive a Mustang.
wrapped in a lot of toxic masculinity. I like it sometimes. A lot of times. I like it sometimes. I like it sometimes. Sometimes I think it's stupid. Sometimes I'm just like, sir.
I was talking to Greg about this. Greg from the streets for real. Like, don't let that accent fool you. His upbringing was illegal.
Right.
He was like, one day I'll never forget this. Greg came on tour with us, second tour, I believe. Mm-hmm. Second tour. He was a tour manager for second half of the tour, second half of the year. He was like, man, low key, Kev, I thought you was kind of like a square because I felt like when I grew up, the only way you could make money was to sell dope. Mm-hmm. All my partners sold dope. Everybody cool sold dope.
My mama sold dope. No,
literally.
Listen.
He was the one collecting the checks from the venues, and he was like, "You are selling dope.
Yeah,
it's just not illegal." So I need to recalibrate my mind of thinking like you are probably a more astute businessman than all these dope boys, because the dope you sell is legal. And then I was like, another time, I be hugging. I be hugging.
Pre-COVID, those hugs were for real.
I hug with love. Like, and I hug Greg. He'd be like, hey, man, I do like that a little bit. Like, I feel like we should just dap me up. So now at our old house, he was leaving the other day, and he was like, dang, Kev, you ain't gonna dap me up. You ain't gonna show me out. You ain't gonna bring me in on the leave. You just be like, all right, man. Now, you can't be starting with the hugs. You know
and then you got to continue
man,
with the hug.
I be hugging my friends like an auntie. You know, I got bosom. I got a little bit of bosom. I don't put them here, but I be hugging. Men don't be used to it.
I know they don't be. And Greg and Marcus are the same person as
what?
we figured. They are the exact same.
They
person.
are the same. And so many Gregs and Marcuses, my boy Cletus, they be like, you just be like smiling and stuff and hugging and stuff. I'm not used to that. What are you doing? Like, you can't just be hugging and stuff like that. Like, Marcus is a manly. Marcus and Greg carry knives.
They carry knives
freely
all the time.
All the time.
All of the Marcus spent his entire weekend working on that Mustang, sweating underneath that car. I had 20 minutes of vlog footage just of the Mustang. I was
really?
I was like, enough, sir. We get it. You like working on your car. And he loves all of that manly. He actually genuinely loves a lot of that manly stuff. So I don't be trying to take that away from him. But I'll be like, some of this other stuff that ain't hella manly be fun.
Low key. So while you're on that, I remember Melissa asked me to get a pedicure with her. And I was like, what? Mm-hmm. Girl, are you crazy? I'm a man. She was like, just come with me and shut up. When I tell you,
ain't it a bad?
I was like, well, this is why you talk about relaxation.
It's the best.
Your feet be soft at the end. All that dead skin on your heel be
It be
gone.
so good. I'm about to hire somebody to come outside of my house and do my feet and my nails. I can't do it no more. But yeah, Marcus, the first time he came out to visit me when we were dating long distance, I had like all these like activities planned, and one was getting a pedicure, and so it was his first pedicure. He's like, what's your name? She was like, Betty. He was like, Betty, you listen, you gonna have to come with us, okay, because I know I'm gonna need this again, and I'm gonna want it from you, Betty. Like, he absolutely loved it, but would never have thought to do that had it not been me being like, come on, let's go get a pedicure.
Best.
Yeah,
it is the best.
I'm telling you, men are really, they are not experiencing life to its fullest because of all of these like hang-ups. It's like they don't see there being a middle of being a heterosexual man who happens to be more on the masculine side and being gay and being extremely feminine. I'm like, there is a whole like parameter that you could still be heterosexual and have a lot of fun in here and not actually be a gay man. I don't know why. Like, there's like, it's like black and white.
Right.
And I'm just like, dude.
Gay is gay sex. That's what gay is. It's not your pants. It's not the drink you drink. It's not standing like this.
No, it's just being attracted to the same sex. That's all it is.
I be standing like this.
I know. You do it all the time. You did something the other day and both hands were up there, and I said, look at my friend.
This is comfortable. And I let that hip sit in.
Yeah, you do. You got
I don't
it.
care.
You got it.
And I be having heterosexual sex.
You look like the silhouette of a girl group right now.
I do.
With the mic and the sway. Just the silhouette. It's the album cover. Okay?
Listen, man, I'm telling you, you're missing out on sangria.
Yeah. Oh my God.
My God.
I'm going with some sangria today, and it's not even a sangria day. It is Taco Tuesday, so I could get some sangria.
Yeah, pour up.
Man, when we were in Spain, I'm not finna drink no
Bring up another
old-fashioned-
European country and see if I don't fight you, KF. See if I
That
don't
sangria
fight you.
hit like a left hook, though, man.
Man, Josh, when I tell you, the Spanish people, they don't play about that sangria.
I can believe it.
They
Sangria.
don't be driving. There's fruit pieces in there.
Yeah, it's
And you want me to drink an old fashioned over that?
I know. Like, I don't. Oop. I've been playing too much.
You're good.
Yeah, no, I really wish, I feel bad for men in that way, and probably that's the only way, is that there is this thing that they have to uphold, and they think they have to uphold in their head, and they're not enjoying life the way they really could be.
In the bedroom, there's so much fear for men about what they can like or not like. Like, bruh, if you like little gooch play, get your gooch play. It's a tender little with the perineum. It's tickled.
Gooch.
You know, little landing strip. It's
I
like a
just
GP
like Gooch. Gucci? Oh no, guy coochie. Oh
Not guy
no.
coochie.
What is gooch?
Gooch. You never heard of gooch?
I've
It's
heard
that
of the
little-
taint.
It's the taint.
Yeah, I've never heard gooch.
That's not guy coochie. That's
a butthole. I'm
the
sorry.
butt.
This went so dark. You guys, I watched the City Girls documentary. I meant to say that earlier. So I'm going to just take a hard left right there because I definitely didn't go right the way I was supposed to. I was like, guy gooch. You got to watch the City Girls documentary on YouTube.
City Girls documentary?
They have it's like 5 parts. And, you
Really?
know, JT, the girl, she was in jail.
Yeah.
And when she came out of prison, she looked like a girl who just got out of prison.
Did she?
Like, she looked like, oh, yeah, you definitely did time. And
She was a scammer, right?
she went to prison for fraud.
Okay. Is this called City Girls, the series?
I think so, yeah.
All right, I'm going to watch it.
It was a good time. And the reason why it was so good, because in another life, I would have been a city girl.
What do you mean in another life?
You saying in this?
You are
No.
a city girl.
No, because they like 20. I wasn't there.
No, that's what I was going to say. You were a city girl in the later part of life.
In the later part.
You are a 40-year-old city girl. You listen, all you want to do is drink and twerk. That's all. City girls at 40 are a little bit more responsible, but if the right song comes on,
Yeah.
you gonna be like,
Let me go. But like, just even them rapping, listening to their lyrics, I was like, yeah, in another life at 20 something, I would have been rapping that stuff
what?
in the living room, talking about mama. We finna to blow up.
This song comes on, Angel. You mean to tell me you're not a city girl?
I'm not, because I didn't do the rap. If I was like, boy, you working from the back, yeah, you know, if I was the one rapping, give me your cash, yeah.
20 years later, this song still has the same feeling.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, it's Friday. Well, no, it's not. It's Tuesday.
Did you see how you feel like that?
Yeah.
How did you come across the City Girls documentary?
Didn't you recommend it?
Let me tell you the wormhole that happened. Saw Cardi B's party.
Mm-hmm.
I went on Cardi B's account. I saw Cardi B's party. I went on to B. Simone's account.
Okay.
Saw more pictures. She was taking a picture with JT from the City Girls. I went on this JT's account. And then that led me to, they have a documentary on YouTube. I want to know more about these girls. And then I started watching, and I was like, They are really, really young. I was like, I hope they have a really good auntie in their life because I truly, no, I really like
You could be the city girl's auntie.
I don't know about that. I got enough kids. But what I will say is my heart went out to Young Miami. Like when she ended up pregnant and having to tell them. Like, I feel like they supported JT stronger going into prison than they did her getting pregnant. And I was yes, my heart broke. I said, shouldn't no girl who's a grown woman have to be shamed for getting pregnant? And then when old girl got out of jail, they were like, oh, we so excited. I was like, y'all supported her. Like, I just don't understand.
Is Young Miami still pregnant?
No, she had her baby. She had
did?
a cute little baby. That's her second child. So she was doing a rap career, being a young mom. Like I ended up having some admiration for her. Being a young mom, she has a little boy, and then got pregnant, continued their career while her partner was in prison, kept them going. The reason why they are hot is because she killed Hot Girl Summer the whole time.
She was out here. Carisha, ain't that Young Miami real name?
Yes. You better know it.
Carisha.
And
I
I
was
was
talking about Young Miami on Twitter.
And I was just like, and then seeing them without makeup, they be looking like regular black girls. Regular. JT's ponytail was about that long coming out of prison. It was a good inch. I said, she a regular black girl. So yeah, anyway, they said, Angel, stop talking. No.
They told you to stop talking?
Yeah, somebody in the comments did.
That can't be possible.
Yeah,
you weren't
they
even
did.
talking that much. This is how it feels to be me.
Oh, as you can see, but I don't care.
I know. I'm working on not caring. Apparently, the live is frozen. We actually happen to be wrapping up
That's why
anyway.
they wanted me to stop talking.
See,
Okay, my
it's just-
apologies for saying it that way. It was because I thought you were saying I was talking too much. It's because it was frozen.
Let it go.
I was about to
Anyway, we got to go anyway. We got to shoot the Love Hour.
Yay!
And dear Kevcast.
And dear Kevcast. We're back now. God bless you.
Yes.
Patreon for watching. If you want to join Patreon, www.kevonstagestudios.com.
Do it. I'm a member. It's great
hey,
over there.
hey.
Did you just belch?
That's the Perrier.
I thought
You
you
know
had-
that. You know what's a reaction.
This is what I thought I heard. I thought I heard you moving something across the table. That was your body? I bet you that would have scared that cougar. If you would have just burped,
That's all
it would have
he
been
needed to
like, there's a bigger
would've
cougar
been
in his body.
I would have been burping and farting all
Ah! You guys, we
I would
love
have
you.
been dead.
Oh, I see the angels
Airlifted
start
out.
talking
They would have
about me.
airlifted me out of that canyon.
Oh,
No.
yeah. So if he would have just died,
You would.
they would have picked his phone up and seen the cougar like, yeah, cuz.
Yeah. And the cougar would have ran off and been like, what he got on his Instagram?
Oh, Patreon
shout
people,
me
we will
out.
see you on Friday. Everybody else will see you next Wednesday. Till then, wash your butt.
Here's another banger for you. Here's another one. Here's another banger for you. Here's another one. Here's another banger for you. Here's another banger for you. With my boy Kev on stage. And that chick Angel.